Good morning, passport holders. Today, September 7th, 2016, day 677 of the vlogs. And today's already taken a kind of different turn for me than I was expecting. I was expecting to go back to the Walmart that I've gotten an oil change at a couple of times now. And called over there, and they had the oil, they didn't have the filter, so that was frustrating. And they had like a 3-hour wait time. Did some more research and actually found one that's like right around the corner from Jen's place. So I'm gonna head on over there. They said that they've got like an hour-and-a-half lead time. And so I'm hoping that I can go and find somewhere with some internet. And worst case scenario, if I don't, just somewhere with an outlet, so I can work a bit this morning and get kind of everything all squared away. Since I got a third long-form talk, another 70-minute talk in the mix, and D-Rock actually put this above the one that he suggested yesterday. So I'm going to continue to try and, make this all happen. But, it's not like it's a really nice day out here. It's super cloudy and rainy and meh. But, yeah, let's get my responsibilities relating to the car done, and then we'll end up getting home at some point this afternoon. Well, shows you what 5 minutes will do. So I called, sat there and got that lead time, like an hour-and-a-half, hour 45. And in the time I got here, they had another 4 cars roll in. So then all of a sudden I'm looking at like 3.5 hours. Which I am not staying up here for 3.5 hours today. So at this point, what I'm probably going to do is go home, work for a few hours, and then I may just do this tomorrow, since, today's kind of a meh day. And I've got a ton of work that I could be doing, and a large internet connection would help with that. So, home we go. Alright, so it's currently 4:05 at this point, and the next long talk that Gary had sent over, or Gary's team had sent over yesterday, went back to them. So that's now 2 this week that have gone back already. I've got 2 more in the queue, plus a 26-minute episode that was just dropped, a Larry King interview from earlier this year. So having the transcription engine take a crack at that, I'll do corrections on the next major one, which is a 66-minute talk, based on D-Rock reordering the stack for me. So that's done. I'm going to give myself like a 15-minute break because I've just been working for the last 3 hours pretty much nonstop. I'm going to go and watch something on YouTube or yeah, that's what I want to do. So that's the plan. More work, more grind. Yay! Just approaching 7 p.m. at this point, and I'm making good progress on everything. So Clintus's video got back. I got the captions back for the Yoga with Adrian video, her first video in 5 weeks. So I'm going to try and get that done tonight as well. Obviously the video that I kicked back. Additionally, I got about, I want to say like 10-15 minutes into the next video. And that's another video going there. And then obviously I just finished the export, or the edit on the vlog as I start the export right here. And so we will be able to get that uploaded while I am eating some dinner and watching Big Brother. So I'm going to stack all that together in one big go, and hopefully be able to, ideally tonight before I go to bed, get the Yoga with Adrian video reviewed and kicked back to them, and then get at least 45 minutes of this 66 minutes in on this video that got pressed up into the stack. So if I can do that and then have my final, or do timing, formatting, review, that kind of stuff tomorrow, that's an easy thing for me to do while I am at the oil change that I put off, because that was an adventure today. And so if I can do that, all that kind of stuff, and like stack it all together, I think that I can get it all done tomorrow, right? I could be completely finished tomorrow with that video and the Larry King video, leaving me only one long form piece of content this week, which I'm hoping that D-Rock and the team will be kind enough about the fact that I've been busting my butt on a short week in order to basically help them get caught up. Finally got a little time to read the news stories. Don't have the 2 hours to sit through the Apple keynote from today, and I gotta hope that new laptops are coming out next month. because if they're not, I have to start making decisions, because this one's starting to really begin to, I won't say fail, just struggle under kind of the things that I need it to do. So one of the weird things that I do on my laptop is I review every last one of the files that goes out. This is done through a web browser-based platform that I think is the best web-based or best captioning platform, bar none. And so I'm really struggling because it basically forces the entire video to load into a cache, and as a result, it really does slow down the total performance of the interface. So as a it grinds to a halt on videos longer than like 35, 40 minutes. And that's not normally, a problem when the average video inside my system right now today is about, barring Gary's keynotes, let's set those aside, it's about 12 and a half minutes. And so it's not long enough to sit there and see on a regular basis, but on those longer videos, on those 60, 90, 75-minute videos, it becomes almost unbearable to actually process. And so I'm trying to figure out if it's something that's happening because of my laptop and its current condition, which I think, as I've mentioned multiple times, I think I've got a bad graphics card, or a graphic card that is going bad, and so that's creating this issue. And so, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to be able to review the work that the captioning team is doing. I have to be able to work on these caption files myself, and so I'm kind of in this weird spot where, I've got probably 30 days, and if I'm going to be really honest, probably about 90 days until I would actually buy a laptop. And part of that is because of how many problems I had with my Retina MacBook Pro. I had to have my screen replaced 3 times, and as stated a week back, my screen now is more blue, and as I've been comparing it to things, it's very obviously blue. And so, I'm just trying to figure out kind of what I want to do, right? I don't want to be in that first production run, if I can at all avoid it. And so the question mark becomes, is a Chromebook the best option out there for me? And at $250, it's not going to break the business's bank account, and it's not going to affect my ability to pay myself out of the business bank account either. So it's one of these things where it's maybe I can get away with it. And so I'm trying to figure out kind of what I want to do in the event that there isn't a new MacBook announcement between here and the end of September. Alright guys, it is currently 23:41, and here's the deal. I just finished the review on the Larry King Gary Vaynerchuk interview that went live today, and the reason why I was able to do that so quickly was because I did some stuff in order to break these out into individual chunks and distribute them to multiple captioners to be worked on at the same time. And then it was my job to recompile those using a couple of tools that I have in order to make sure that the timestamps stayed correct to the larger video, and then do QA on that in order to make sure that it worked. And sure enough, it did. This is a huge change for me in the way that this has been done, because so far in the entire 16 months I've run my company, it's always been one captioner doing the full transcription, full timing, full formatting, full initial QA on their video. And so if they need to go on a break, or if they go to sleep because it's the end of the workday, work stops, and that can stop for 12 or 14 hours. And so now with this new model, by distributing out shorter chunks and having multiple captioners work on it, I get it all back pretty much, well, especially for these longer videos, 30 minutes plus, actually faster than if it was being done individually. And so then it's just a final review in order to make sure that things that are started one way, or people who are identified earlier on, are continued to be identified later on. And so making sure those little pieces, it's not ideal because it does cost me a lot more to do it, but if in events like this one where I'm behind schedule, or I've got multiple long form talks that I can't personally work on, especially regarding Gary's account, it's a very simple way for me to begin to break those things apart, get them up, get them going, and then off we go. So it is really interesting to be able to know that that is something that I have in my back pocket, and it is something that I intend to use, especially regarding Gary's account, in the future. And so the fact that I now have all the tools and I know how to do it the right way
is tremendous. So I'm pumped about that. I'm going to take a 15-minute break now to have a little snack, watch a YouTube video, and then it's back to correcting the interns talk, which apparently, from what I understand, will go live either Friday or this weekend, dependent upon when they get captions back and what other things happen when Gary gets back into the office, as he will do sometime this week. It sounds like it's going to happen tomorrow. So yeah, I'm pumped that this all worked though. Alright guys, it is currently 1:15 a.m. and despite the fact that I really wanted to do a little more work tonight, I'm just too tired. And there's a time to just know when to call it, crawl into bed, and actually I'm really pumped to be sleeping in my own bed tonight. I'm hoping that I'll be able to sleep better than I have the last couple of nights. Just a lot of stress and just other environmental things that were making me a little more uncomfortable than I would have liked. And plus, on top of all that, I get my Z pillow back, so I'm super pumped about that. So I will say thank you guys for your time and your attention. I suspect this is going to be a pretty long episode today, and I'm completely okay with that. Remember, though, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.